Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another How Do You Use a Prop When You're Practicing Chair Yoga? So, I want to show you another favorite prop. If you didn't see last week's where I used blocks and showed you how to use blocks in a chair practice, pop back over and look at that video. And then today we're going to talk about straps. Now, you can certainly just use a belt that you would wear around your waist. You can pick up one of these yoga straps at any discount store, big box store, or online shopping, whatever you choose. I kind of like the 5 foot length because I'm only 5'7", and I just feel like that's a good length for me. They do come longer if you're a long-legged person and you want to have a little bit more length. I would not recommend using the rubber kind of stretchy stuff that you get from like a physical therapist program. Those have a tendency to snap, and then that could become painful. So you want this to be a cloth strap, or just a leather belt works fine too. So don't overthink it. It's not a big deal. So I'm going to show you a few ways I like to use a strap while practicing in a chair. Now, I like to start by just looping my thumbs over the strap and then gently putting my hands around the strap. I'm not looking making this like a workout. I'm using this strap body. So I'm going to start with my arms just as wide as my shoulders. And then I don't have a lot of looseness in my strap, but I'm also not like gripping it so tight that my knuckles are going to turn white. So notice that my arms are in a straight line, shoulders, elbows, wrists are in a line. Check this out. I'm just going to spin over to the right. When I get as far as my body can go, I give a little pull and I feel a big sensation in my arms. Come back to center. Go the other side and then pull. Okay, so when we pull, we get that beautiful stretch. There's Leo, the cat. He's chasing the straps. All right, come back to center. Now, I'm going to bring my arms above my head, just like I did with the block last time. It keeps my arms in great alignment. Take a breath and then lower your arms. Now, if you were to not use a strap, certainly like the block, you can do all of that, but you're just not going to get that same sensation when you pull. And then when you bring your arms above your head, certainly you can keep them straight, but we have a tendency to float them out. With the strap, we have a little bit of tension that provides a little bit more sensation and alignment. Now we're going to take the strap a little bit wider. So now I'm making a shape almost like a Y shape. I'm going to bring my arms above my head and notice that. Okay, so I feel an immediate stretch through my ribs, through the front of my chest, and into my back. Now my arms are directly over my head. I'm not going to take them behind just yet, but I'm going to tick-tock over to one side and now pull the strap. You feel a big stretch in the upper back. That thoracic spine area feels so nice. Come back to center, tick-tock to the other side, give a little pull. It just deepens the sensation. I feel a big stretch through my side body. Come back up and lower the strap. Now, depending on your shoulders, we can take this a little bit further. Now, remember, the shoulder is just like the hip. So we have a ball and a socket. Depending on the shape of your socket, that's going to determine how open your shoulders are. It's not if you've been practicing for 20 years. It's not if you're better than anybody. It's simply the shape of your socket. So if your socket is shallow, which means it has a lot of space, you're going to be able to externally rotate and get more oomph back there. If your socket, this is a bone we're talking about, no amount of stretching is going to change your bone structure. If your socket is closed, your ball will have less space to roll. Now watch this. You may not be able to do this, but my socket is very shallow, so I have a lot of space. Strap's going to be in that wider space. Up we go. Now I can bring my arms behind me because my ball and socket have space above and behind, above and behind. You might be only here. That's okay. That's because your socket is a little closed and you can't change that. It's the way your body was created. It's all good. If you can reach your arms behind, this feels really nice in the thoracic spine through the chest, through the arms. One more. And then lower it. Now we're going to take it to our widest space and we're going to move on to the legs. So I don't have looseness. It's not like a floppy noodle, but I'm also not white knuckle gripping. Just arms are straight. Up we go. Now notice how wide this is. We're going to tick tock over again. And when we get to the depth that we want to feel, pull the straps like you mean business. Now take your bottom arm. This is my right one. I'm going to pull it in towards my hip and then straighten my left arm and pull. I feel a big stretch through the left armpit, through the chest, through the hip. Press it back out. Let's do the other side. Tick tock over. Keep tension there. Pull the elbow in that's on the bottom and then pull the strap like you mean it. Should feel amazing. Push it back out and come back up. Now keep your arms up high. Here's where we go back to that ball and socket. I'm going to reach behind and above. Now, if you have any sort of shoulder issues, obviously this is not something that you would want to do. But if you have a healthy shoulder and you just want to get a little sensation and rotation, I feel it mostly in my chest right there. It feels good. One more. And then hold here. Now, I'm going to turn so you can see. We're going to take the strap behind the head. I know I have a ponytail in, so it's a little different. Put it on the back of your head. Bring your arms in front. Okay? Straps on that curvy part of your head. Hands are in front, and now pull down, tuck your chin. You should feel an amazing stretch through your upper back, trapezius muscles, the tension in your neck. Pull and provide a little bit of traction, little bit of tension release, and then rise back up. That's how we use a strap for our upper body and a chair. Big time opening through the chest and shoulders. Now, a lot of times we carry a lot of our stress in our neck and shoulders. So it's really useful. Now let's move on to the legs. If you are a person that prefers to stay seated or you are in a wheelchair, this is a great way to stretch the legs that are often in a bent position most of the time. So we're going to take the strap around our right foot. Now again, I'm just looping it between thumb and index finger. I'm not wrapping it. I'm going to just turn so you can see. So I'm going to straighten my leg. And because my cheeks are close to the edge of the seat, I have space. So I'm going to lean back and lift. Okay, so I feel a big stretch behind my leg. Now, if you sit all the time, this might be challenging, and it might be that you lower your leg just a little bit. Once you have your leg in the air, lightly grip those straps and draw some circles. Elbows can flare out, elbows can stay in. Feels so good. Go the other way. Fantastic. Now, I like to call this one windshield wipers. So you're going to go across the body, back to neutral, across and neutral. One more, and then we're going to hold it across. You're going to feel a nice stretch through that IT band. And now reach down towards your foot. Really tall. Here you are, right arm out. This is a very challenging standing pose, but it feels amazing in a chair. Big time stretch through the outside of the lifted leg. Now, put the strap back in the hand, the same side of the leg, and we're going to open it this way. Oh, feel a big stretch through the inner thigh. Isn't that beautiful? Getting a nice stretch. Come back to center. The strap is going to go one in each hand. You're going to bend your knee. Squeeze it tight towards the belly and then press it out. Bend it in, press it out. Now, the strap gives assistance. Certainly, we might be able to do this without a strap, but by using the strap, hold it and then open your leg again. You're able to do this amazing, beautiful pose with a strap in a chair. How fun is that? So, of course, you would do the other side, which I won't be doing because my left leg is still affected from my mishap with my hip replacement. So you would do both sides. Remember, drawing the circles, crossing like a windshield wiper, coming back to neutral, and then crossing and holding and really feeling that stretch through the IT band. Extending the arm gives a nice opening. That really does work your balance, even if you're staying seated in a chair. So, those are my ways I love to use a strap in a chair practice. And when I'm teaching assisted living to people who are living with neurological conditions in assisted living, we use the straps every single practice. It's a beautiful tool that can be used for anybody. And remember, props are not for beginners, they're not for people who have needs. Props are designed to help enhance your practice and give a different sensation. So, blocks are back there, straps are in the basket. Invest in them for yourself. They're so great. Next time, we're going to talk about how to use a couple other of my favorite props. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye.